What's going on, everybody? Low Tech back here with another video. Today we're going to be looking at how to install Dolphin on your Nintendo Switch, specifically on Ubuntu, the Switchroot build, the L4T version 3.2.0, which is the latest as of this video. A couple of things you're going to need besides obviously having Ubuntu installed, which I will put a link at the top of the screen right now to show a tutorial on how to install Linux from start to finish on your Switch. Besides that, what you will need is either dock it and connect a USB keyboard and mouse, or you can do this undocked with a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. Each way will work, doesn't matter. So besides installing Dolphin, I'm going to be covering a couple other things. First off, how to set up a swap file. Definitely need that. Give yourself some extra memory. How to install a CPU frequency selector tool that will allow you to pull up a drop-down menu to select all these different CPU frequency speeds, all the way down to next to nothing, all the way up to maximum CPU. I'm going to be showing you what commands you need to put in to allow you to run at the maximum speed, which is a little over 2 gigahertz. And then besides installing Dolphin, we're going to go in, we're going to map the controllers, do a little bit of configuration, and then show you how to find and run a GameCube game. And that'll be where we finish the video. So I hope this is helpful to anybody who's not sure, who's been running into the forums that there are out there. And those guides are great, and a lot of this is based on that, but sometimes they're not quite 100% laid out the way they should, and makes it confusing, and then you're running into issues. So decided to see if this video was something that was maybe offered on YouTube, and the one that I've seen that actually shows how to do it is nearly a year old, so I figured I'd do an up-to-date one with the latest Dolphin and the latest way of doing it. So I hope this is beneficial to anybody that has been struggling to get this or running into problems. It took me a little bit to get the process down, but I got it down, and follow this guide and you will be good and ready to go with Dolphin. So let's get into it. Hope you enjoy. So first thing we're going to do is create a swap file. So you want to open your terminal and you want to just follow along with the commands you see on the screen. If it's moving too fast, just pause it, get the commands down. But you're going to want to install Nano. And wait for Nano to finish installing. Now that Nano is installed, we're going to go through a series of commands to now create this swap file. So just go through each command, enter it exactly as you see on the screen. I'm setting up a 2 gigabyte swap file here. You can change it to whatever you want, 1 gig, 3 gig, 5 gigs, whatever you see fit. So now this command is going to open up Nano, which is a text config file, some sort of editor like that, as you can see. And you're going to input the following lines into this configuration file, as you see. You can just tab over. It doesn't have to be perfectly lined up, but it's got to be in the general column area. Once you get everything you see me doing here into it, you're going to press Control X and you're going to press Y for yes, and then you're going to press enter to save the file. Now this command is going to make sure that what we just did is now working and saved. So you should see now a swap file under your main memory of whatever amount you created. In our case, we created 2 gigabytes. Okay, now we're going to move over into the Dolphin installation. So you're going to go to the link in the description for this GitHub page. And you're going to go to the code, download the zip, and wait for that to download completely. Alright, once it's downloaded, you want to go to it in your file directory. And it's a zip file, so it's Dolphin master zip. You want to extract it. You can extract it in your downloads folder. I don't really want it to be permanently in my downloads folder because this is where you're going to build it. So move it to wherever you would like. I'm going to move it to my home folder. So I'm going to extract it and extract it to the home folder. Once the extraction is complete, you're going to want to go to your home folder. You're going to want to find the extracted file, Dolphin Master, right click it, and you want to open it in terminal. And once you open it in terminal, this is where you're going to want to go to the link in the description and copy and paste the large command that I will have in the description. This is where you will paste it, and once it's pasted, you will press enter. Enter your password. And here it's very important that you do not do a lowercase y, as you see I did there. You do an uppercase y, otherwise it will abort. This does take a little bit, so I will be speeding up the video. So once that's done, we're going to make a directory called build. We're going to go to that directory. Then we're going to use the command cmake space 2 period points. Then we're going to enter that command. We'll take a little bit. I'm going to speed the video up. Now we're going to press the make command, and this is going to take a very long time, so I will be speeding up the video until the end. Now we're going to run this command to install what we just created or compiled. So enter this command, enter your password, push enter. It'll now install. Now that it's installed, you're going to want to run the dolphin-emu command and push enter. And this will open up Dolphin. Okay, now that we know that Dolphin is installed and opens and runs, we're going to close out of Dolphin. Now we're going to install CPU frequency selector program. So enter in the following command to install it. Once it is finished installing, you're going to want to reboot your switch. Once your switch is rebooted, you will notice you have a new icon. If you click on that icon, now you have a drop-down menu for different CPU speeds. Now to unlock anything above 1.78, you now need to run the following command in the terminal. Once you run that command and enter your password, and that goes through with no issues, you're going to want to enter this command. Once both of these commands are entered, and if you are successful, you will be able to now go into that icon and select the highest frequency. Before you enter these commands, you are not allowed to select anything above 1.78. So you definitely need these commands to get maximum CPU speed for running Dolphin. Okay, once your CPU frequencies are unlocked, set your CPU frequency to maximum, and then you want to, in your terminal, run Dolphin. Once Dolphin's open, you're going to want to go to your Bluetooth menu. Make sure your Joy-Con connections are set to on, because they are defaulted to off. And then you want to go to controllers. You're going to leave it right on standard controller. And you're going to configure. And then your drop-down menu, you want to change it to your Nintendo Switch combined Joy-Cons. And then you're going to click each button and remap it the way you would like. So you're going to push it, and then once you get the dots there, you push the button that you would like to have mapped for your A button. And then you'll get something like this, east. So is the far right button. So the biggest thing here is that you're getting an input when you push your Joy-Con button. It is filling out east, south, north, west, any of these things. If you're not getting anything, then you're more than likely not connected via Bluetooth. So you may, or you need a reboot, or you may have not, when you set up Linux, you didn't dump your Bluetooth data to your SD card. Could be a number of different reasons, but you should be getting an input in this screen if your connections are set to on. So just go through all your buttons, set them up the way you want. I did record this for some reason undocked, when this would have been easier docked. So I have to drag the screen to show you. But you can grab the upper right hand corner with your cursor and drag it over so you can get the last few buttons and then close out the page. Once you're done mapping, close out the mapping page, close out your controller settings page. Then you're going to go to your graphics. You're going to select your backend, OpenGL or Vulkan. It's really up to you. It depends on what runs your games better. Vulkan is a little bit better in certain games. Some games it's not. It really just depends. Select full screen, especially if you're not docked. You're going to want to start in full screen. If you want to see your FPS, check the FPS counter. Enhancements, you're just going to leave that alone. In the Hacks tab, it's going to be case-by-case basis. You can pretty much leave it the way it is to run this game. And then you're going to go to the Open button. And then you're going to go to wherever you have your GameCube ISO files. In my case, I have it in Home, ROMs, GameCube folder. Once you find it, you just click it and open it, and the game will open and run. Alright, with that big red Nintendo logo, I'm going to call this video a wrap. That's how you, from start to finish, set up your Dolphin Emulator, set up your swap file, set up your CPU frequency selector, enable running over 2 gigahertz to get the best performance. That's how you do it all. I hope this was helpful, and stay tuned. I do have a bunch of games I'm going to be testing on this and doing a showcase on that, so stay tuned for that video. And thanks for watching. And anybody that enjoyed this and my other videos, I ask that if you could, please don't forget to subscribe and also click the like button. I appreciate it. Thank you, and have a good day.